What's up everyone, this is Ruben from Camille the 68 Cougar. Thanks for tuning back into the channel. Haven't had any updates lately, but I'm really looking to ramp up going forward. Please check out my Instagram. I got some updates there that I haven't been providing on the channel here. But if you want to see what's up to date and what I'm tweaking at the moment, check out the Instagram page. So I'm super excited to share a large purchase that I've done for Camille the 68 Cougar. It's a very vital component so I can really enjoy some of the creature comforts that we see in some of the late model vehicles that are out there and some of the late model vehicles that we have today, right? That we might take for granted in some of our classic cars. So I'm super excited to share with you who I chose for the heating and cooling system for Camille the 68 Cougar. This company has really come up from the ranks, and they started off years ago as its own company. So I'll be happy to introduce to you guys the Restomod air kit that I have for Camille the 68 Cougar. Now, if you're curious about cooling systems, you don't want to miss the next segments that we're going to talk about, because I'm going to do a deep dive in the unboxing and the components that I have for Camille the 68 Cougar. So let's go ahead and get started. What's up guys? Check out this massive box. How cool is this? It's so exciting when we order some new parts, especially when they're some of the cool parts for our cars. I'm not talking water pumps, I'm not talking timing covers, but AC systems, especially if they're kind of the latest and greatest in technology, setup and looks, etc. But man, when I saw this outside my doorstep, I was like, wow, that's a huge box. I guess I wasn't sure what to expect. This is the first AC system that I'm going with any classic car. Of course, I only have one classic car, which is my 1968 Mercury Cougar, aka Camille the 68 Cougar. So big, massive box, really cool from Restomod Air. Let's go ahead and dive in. All right, so let's check this out. Let's open up the big box here. Oops. All right, so the first part that I have here is the AC condenser. I guess you guys all know what this is here. This is the part that goes in front of your radiator. It's to help with the condensing on the AC unit. Not going to show this. It's nothing too crazy. This is specifically made or measured for my 1968 Cougar. So yeah, that's a condenser. So nothing too exciting to see there. All right, so if you're curious about what I got in, I did a custom unit for Camille the 68 Cougar. I was talking to those guys for a while, but I got the Haymaker S. This is the biggest unit that Restomod Air makes. Based upon the price differences and the amount of space I have underneath my 1968 Cougar, 67 and 68 Mustangs, they're pretty much all the same. I think even up to 69, but don't quote me on that. I have a Cougar and not a 69 Mustang. So anyways, this is the stuff that it comes with. Comes with the duct hose, the heater box, comes with the electronics box, which is the ECU unit, harness, and so forth. So all the hardware comes with this too as well. And it shows you guys what everything's in the box here. And I believe this is zip ties. And the cool thing is that they double check their parts to make sure that they're getting the right information. There's a cool serial number attached to each of these kits. Can't see it there, which is probably a good thing, but nonetheless pretty cool. Okay, so let's, as you can see there, there's a box here. It kind of looks like a block off plate. I decided not to use something like this for Camille the 68 Cougar. I'm gonna tuck the hoses underneath the car, or underneath the fender I should say, and pass them through the firewall as discreet as possible. So I didn't feel that I really needed this really trick looking AC block plate. Can't think of the name off the top of my head right now, but I decided to opt out of that. It's going to be hidden. I'm really only going to see it when I take off the fender, which chances are I'll hardly ever do that once the car is completely running and assembled. I do have, as you guys can see out there, the fender's not on because of the reason that I want to attach this thing. And when I get this installed, I want to make sure that I don't have to take fenders off and risk nicking the car's paint. So, with that said, let's take a look at what's inside here. Check that out. Very cool. So what this is, as you might want to guess, this is the AC control buttons or switches, whatever you want to call them. Man, these things, these are pretty pricey, but man, from what I can tell you, the quality of this is just phenomenal. I'll do some camera angles here, but gosh, they feel really good, smooth operation, they look really, really sweet. It's a matte black color here to kind of follow Camila's trim that I have, that's also black as well. I'm doing a combination of a satin black and matte black on a lot of the trim exterior, door handles, etc. And even the rear tail lights. So this is going to complement things really nicely. And inside the vehicle, if you guys check out my last post, the dash panel and the interior is pretty much painted the same color as the exterior. So this matte black is really going to pop. And in addition to that, you notice these little slots here, you can see them there. These are really cool because these actually light up, and I got these in a color red. So it's gonna look very sinister, similar to what you guys see here with this emblem. So this is the back part of it. I'm gonna end up building, I gotta figure out where am I gonna put these. I think I'm gonna put them on a custom center console. That's what I've kind of been thinking about lately. But check this out. These are very well put together. The wiring looks really cool. Very, very high quality AC switches. So I'm super excited about this. So the other cool thing about Restomod Air is that you have the ability for the switches, but they also make an app as well. And in the app itself, you can actually download it to your Android or Apple operating system, and you can remotely control this too. So you don't have to reach out for the buttons. You can just, if you have your phone in hand, you can just make the changes from temperature, fan speed, all that good stuff. You could turn it on and off and toggle it. And the cool thing, which I want to do for this build, is I want to put in remote start. So that way when I remote start the vehicle, hopefully there's an integration app out there that I can use with the remote start for my car. And then I could just switch on the AC before I even get inside the car. Or if it's sitting outside the car show and it's getting kind of warm or cold, I can just put on my app, switch it on, remote start the car, and turn on this AC unit, heating and cooling system. So super excited about that. I love this part. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. They have a whole ton of different switches, but ultimately these are the ones that I picked because I thought they looked really, really cool and at the same time really beefy and sinister looking. Moving on along, I got this rectangular box here sitting. It's steel sealed and it doesn't tell me a description on it. So I'm gonna put this aside for right now and we'll open it in a bit to see what the heck's inside. Okay. All right, so there's two layers to this. The top layer has some of the parts we already looked at. Down here, there's a little pamphlet for the specific AC and heating system that I got. And again, guys, this is the Haymaker S. This is the biggest AC units and heater that they have for classic vehicles. This was going to fit my car, but provide the vast cooling and heating for any of their lineups. There's a slight price difference between this and the smaller models. If you have a Mustang, I definitely recommend going to the Haymaker S. Just because I'd rather have the best and the most powerful heating and cooling system in my vehicle as a preference. But if you run into issues where there's not enough space underneath the actual dash of the vehicle, then of course make sure you measure everything and go with the smaller units that they offer. Pretty cool pamphlet, just gives you some overview information of how to install this bad boy. Won't look too much of that, so pretty cool. Okay, and nice thing, hey, they give us to give some more information here, they're talking about their proprietary sound deadening units. They have a couple of stickers here, but let's take a look at their sound deadening. If you guys have been watching my channel, I did a review on sound deadenings, this traditional sound deadening that I had from a long time ago, and I benchmarked it against what Sound Shield, which is a custom audio sound deadening matting system for soundproofing your vehicle. Restomod has their own, which they call a membrane. Looks kind of similar to Restomod Air, except these guys have the foil on top, which Sound Shield has it underneath and has the sponge aspect of it, but pretty much the same thing. I'd be curious to see how, what's the difference between these two really are. I see that they have a foil here too as well. If you can't really see that too well, I'll put a picture up for you guys so you guys can see it. But pretty cool. It does feel pretty good. It feels very comparable to Sound Shield. Of course, Sound Shield is a little bit more budget friendly. And we got a couple of stickers here. Restomod Manufacturing. These are pretty cool stickers. I might put them on my laptop or my toolbox right there in the background. Okay, so let's get these out of the way. And let's see what's underneath here. Okay. Wow, okay, cool. So here's the AC unit and heating. It's an all-in-one system, so it's all completely combined. Wow, it looks really cool. Out here we have these ducts here that they would go out to your vents for defroster and AC stuff going out. They send you a big long one so you can just measure and cut to fit. Should be plenty of space. I have the heater ducts in mine, and I also have the two lower vent AC panels that go there to disperse the AC. And here's the lines that go for the. Let's see if I can see here. Can't really see here, but these go out to what I was talking about, that block plate for the AC. Can't think of the name right now, but these are the hoses that goes to that, so that's cool. Got a box right here. And again, guys, this is a first unboxing, so let me grab a quick knife real quick. All right. That's kind of funny. Their sticker here says "Stalk Us" with the I forget what they call those codes, but neat. Check that out. All right, pretty cool. So this is the Bluetooth unit that I was just talking about. This is the computer system itself. Talks a little bit how it works. You can download the app too, as I mentioned. So that's really cool. As we take this apart, wow, there's all kinds of cool looking parts here. Got a couple wiring systems. Look like these are the valves that go out. Has a nice connection. Feels pretty beefy. I like it. This is probably a relay kit, if I'm correct, and a harness. So really cool. Okay. That's the side. Okay. Got one box over here too, so let's open this one up and see what's inside here. Sorry about the shaking of the camera. Okay. So we got some miscellaneous items, some of the heater connections here. That's cool. They give us a lot of the miscellaneous parts to connect it. This comes with a grommet here. That's going to be handy as I run those hoses that are out there. Here's another compression connector. Got some bottle right here. Not sure what that is for. I'll have to take a look at the instructions at a later time. Another connector, compression connector. This is probably a mounting plate. Really solid piece of units. It's a billet, looks like it's a billet aluminum, pre-drilled. Again, this is a universal kit, so it's going to take some got a clear hose here, so pretty cool. All right, nothing too crazy in there. Okay. So what I'm going to do next is let's take this out so I can give you guys a deep dive look into what this AC system looks like. Let's go. So here she is, folks, the heart of Camilla's 68 Cougars heating, and most importantly, here in California, Central Valley, the cooling system for Camilla the 68 Cougar. Wow, I'm really impressed with this because even though this is the biggest AC and heating unit that Restomod Air makes, it is still kind of compact and kind of slim. I mean, it's not, I'm not here to tell you that it's the most compact system. They do have other ones that are smaller, but you know, they package this so well that it's not that long, it's not that wide, and all the dimensions are all online, so that's kind of cool. This billet aluminum piece here, which is really nice, that's specifically for mounting the system itself against your firewall or underneath the dash system itself. Let me turn this around here. Sorry about all the shaking there. So cool thing here, this is the speed fan, as you guys probably guessed it itself. These are the ports here that come out on this side. And I would imagine that there's retrofit kits for this part here itself. So this cool thing here, and I'll show you guys a B-roll, but this actually shows where the dash output goes for the driver's side. This is the center. If you guys had an opening for the center, you might consider that, or this might go to the actual defroster, I believe. Could be wrong on that, actually. Yeah, this is wrong. So this is for the middle one, and this is for the passenger side, I believe, for the center piece. So these two pieces are centers, and this is the passenger side. These two here, this is for the defrosters. This is for a floor defroster for the driver's side and for the passenger side. So pretty cool there. This part here, this is the thermostat itself. I'm not sure if you guys care about anything else, but I'm gonna see if there's anything else over here on this side. Okay. So on this side here, this is the defrost servo motor, the face floor servo motor that we saw some of the parts there earlier. This entire housing itself is made out of ABS plastic. So it seems pretty sturdy. You know, I would probably compare that to something like OEM, but everything looks pretty solid here so far. And let me flip it on its side. It looks like you can take this thing apart itself and you know, access anything that might mess up down the road. They got these codes here for you guys for support. Overall, it looks very well built, and I'm excited to get this thing underneath Camilla's 68 Cougar. So let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you guys have any questions specific to this Restomod Air kit. Drop those questions in the comments section. I love responding to you guys. And I hope this kind of helps you guys out a little bit in determining what a Restomod Air kit is, since they've been around for a few years now and have gained a lot of traction lately in the aftermarket space. I'll be happy to answer anything that you guys might have or questions about the system. I plan on get this installed soon. Right now, what I'm working on with Camilla 68 Cougar is specifically getting the motor and transmission in, so then I can start the wiring process for the vehicle, and then in turn I can get this bad boy installed and get the motor ready to turn on in the near future. So stick around for more updates on this. I will have more updates on my Instagram page, so make sure you're following this below here, and we'll catch you guys later. Thanks for hanging in.